Be honest for a second. When was the last time you finished a book without even touching your phone? We live in a world of short videos, endless scrolling, and constant notification. So today, I want to ask a simple question. Does reading still matter? And more importantly, why should you care? Hi, I'm Phong. I'm not a professor, a writer, or a professional guru. I'm just someone living in the same destructive world as you. And after years of screens replacing pages, I've realized something really important. Reading isn't outdated. It's becoming more valuable than ever. Point 1. Reading trains deep focus. Most of what we consume today is designed to be fast, short, and effortless, but reading is different. When you're reading a book, you're training your brain to do one thing that most apps don't want us to do, to focus deeply. You follow a single idea for minutes, even hours, no autoplay, no instant reward. And that ability to focus without distraction is becoming rare. In work, in study, or even in real life, the people who can focus are the ones who stand out. Reading is like a gym for your attention. Point 2. Reading builds thinking, not just information. Oh, the internet. It gives us lots of information, but it's reading which builds thinking. When you're reading, you're not just receiving ideas, you're interpreting them, questioning them, connecting them to your own ideas and experiences. That's why reading a book feels slower but deeper. You don't just know more, you understand more. And in a world full of opinions, the ability to think clearly is a real advantage. Point 3. Reading expands your inner world. Reading lets you live lives you'll never experience. You can think like scientists, see the world through a historian's eyes, or see emotions that you've never felt before. Especially with fiction, reading builds empathy. You start to understand people not as headlines or stereotypes, but as humans. And that quietly changes how you see the real world. Point 4. Reading slows you down in a good way. Everything today is optimized for speed. Reading does the opposite. It forces you to slow down, to sit with an idea, to be alone with your thoughts. But that slowness isn't a weakness, it's a form of resistance. Reading gives your mind space, something scrolling never does. How to read more without forcing it? You don't need to read 50 books a year. Start small. Read 5 to 10 pages a day. Use a Kindle or a phone if that's easier. Read what genuinely interests you, not something that looks impressive. Or you can try replacing one scrolling session with reading. Consistency matters than volume. Reading isn't a competition, it's a habit. Okay, so reading still matters, not because it's old, but because it teaches us skills that the modern world is slowly taking away. Focus, thinking, depth. So, the next time you feel overwhelmed by noise, pick up a book. Not to escape the world, but to understand it better. Thanks for watching.